everyone. This is really weird for me because I've like never really filmed a video where I've just like talked at the camera, and I don't know, I'm not very good at like putting my thoughts into words. And it was probably a mistake for me to not have a script while I'm doing this, because this is literally like the 50th attempt that I've made. I don't know, I'm not very good at verbalizing things, which, I mean, most of you, if you're like people that I know in real life, you'll know this anyway. But I basically just wanted to sort of talk a little bit about Jessica, and I mean, I'm still like a bit like just in shock, basically. Like, I still can't believe that she surprised me, and it was just so lovely, and I just have no words. So I just wanted to sort of like give words to my feelings, and I mean, I've never actually properly thanked her, I guess. I mean, I've just like blast tweeted her loads of thank yous, but I just wanted to sort of verbalize, I guess, and I don't really know, but yeah, with that, let's begin. So, story time. This is something that I don't think I've even really told Jess about, but I just wanted to sort of talk about how I found her YouTube, and a little bit about that, I suppose, because I've never really spoken about it very much to her or to anyone. So I just thought it would be fun to sort of let everyone know how I found her and why I guess I became as big a fan as I have. So it all kind of starts, I can't remember the exact times because I'm not very good with like times and years and dates and stuff. And to be honest, everything since 2010 has just been a massive blur. But so let's just say it was several years ago. I did a course at my local college. It was a year-long course, and I was training to be a teaching assistant. As a part of that course, I got to go and work in a school for 2 days a week. My sort of personal, I guess, goal for that year was just to make as many people, or as many children, should I say, feel like they had the support in place that they needed. I mean, I suppose they're like 5 to 7, so they probably didn't really know what they needed at that point, but I guess I just wanted to help as much as I could in simple terms. So we had a little girl in the class, and she was deaf, and she could hear enough to sort of understand what was going on and things like that. But one of the things that her mum was quite keen on was teaching her sign language. So, I mean, I know that they have like communications teams, and she saw someone like once every, I don't know how often because I wasn't really there enough to know. But because I did things like guided reading groups and stuff with her, I really wanted to make an effort to be able to sort of communicate with her by sign language or sort of similar. So I kind of made it my mission. I tried to find courses, but everything was just either too far away or it just didn't have good reviews online. I just couldn't find anything. So I turned to YouTube for my resources, and after probably about 5-10 minutes of scrolling, I settled on Jessica's videos. So I learned a fair amount of sort of sign from her videos, and I mean, I'm quite rusty nowadays. I can't really like communicate at all, but I can do a few bits. And so yeah, so I mean, the little girl that I was sort of helping, she was just quite thankful, and her mum was really happy, and it made me feel quite nice. But anyway, that aside, I carried on sort of learning sign language after that, and I stuck to sort of Jess's videos for like recapping the basics. And I mean, I really want to like do a proper course and stuff like that, but it was really good for like what I was trying to achieve at the time. So I didn't really think anything else of it, carried on just sort of like going over bits that I knew and stuff like that. And maybe like half a year or so later, I met my friend Izzy. We were talking about learning sign language, and I said to her, oh, I think you might, I might have a YouTuber that you'd love to watch. And we were sort of talking and realised that she already knew Jessica. And she said, oh yeah, she's got a wife and dogs or something like that. I can't remember the exact conversation, but I was like, wait, what? Wife? Excuse me? What are we talking about here? So, I mean, that just blew my mind. Like, I don't know why. I don't know why. But I think because I just never really, like, looked into Jessica more than just learning sign. I was like, what? How did I not know this? And, so anyway, so me and Izzy were talking and we were watching some of Jess's really quite old videos, and I mean, I'm sure a lot of you know that she used to sort of sign along to songs and stuff like that. So we made it our mission to learn, is it Ho Hey by the Lumineers or something? I can't remember what the song's called. But we made it our mission to learn that song in sign language. I will try and find the video that I sent to Jess with that, because we did a really good job, I think, considering we learnt it in like an hour or so. I don't know. But yeah, I'll try and find the video and I'll try and like link it below wherever I post this. But yeah, so we had a great time. We learnt that, and that was kind of, I guess, what kicked off like me being like a fan of Jessica's videos, because after that night I went home and I watched all of her videos like from start to end, and it was great. So after like watching all of her videos religiously for like the past however many years, I finally got a chance to meet Jess at Summer in the City, or I think they call it Social in the City now. And that was about 2 years ago, so 2018 I think it was, and it was my first time at Summer in the City. I didn't really know what to expect. I didn't really understand how it worked. I didn't really know what I was doing. But I kind of just took a risk and hoped that I'd see Jess there, and I made like a little gift bag type thing for her and Claude and just put a few things I thought they might like in it. So yeah, luckily enough, I bumped into them on the first day. To note as well, I was with my friend Sophie, so just a shout out there. I'll put the photo of us all together because it's really cute and it's like one of my favourite photos still. But yeah, so me and Sophie, we bumped into them. I felt kind of bad at the time because they were going to go get lunch, but I was just in a panic and I was like, I need to give them this gift. Like, I don't care about anything else. So we went over to them, said hi, and I was kind of, I don't know what I was expecting, but they were just so lovely. Like the nicest people I've ever met. And it was just the nicest experience of meeting like a YouTuber or just anyone, and it was just so nice. And so we talked for a bit and then took some photos, and it was really sweet, said goodbye and blah blah blah. And I mean, it was just so lovely. Like, then we met the next day and I felt really stupid for bothering them at lunch. But yeah, so that was really nice. So after Summer in the City, in 2018, at Summer in the City, should I say, I got one of Jess's wristbands. A 2-pack. So one of them said, "You are not alone," and the other said, I think it's like, "You are a lovely person," or "I am a lovely person," or maybe just "lovely person." I don't know. Anyway, it was really cute. Both of them were adorable, and I wore both of them a lot. But my favourite one was the "You are not alone" one, or "You are never alone." Why do I not know what it says? I wear this literally like every day. I don't have it on now because I'm about to have a bath. But anyway, so I wore it like every day, basically, this "You Are Never Alone" wristband. And at the time, my dad was still going through chemo and radiotherapy for cancer, which, thank God, he's all clear from now. But at the time, it was just the scariest thing. And he got rushed to A&E, so I ran and got on a bus, and somewhere between my house and A&E, I lost my wristband. I don't know if it fell off my wrist or what happened, but I was devastated. Like, I cried. I mean, it was a very emotional time anyway, so it was probably partially because of that. But I just cried. I cried so much, and then I think I finally got up the courage to tweet Jess, and I just wanted to buy a new one, basically. I was just like, please, if you have any, let me buy one. And I think, like, that day she tweeted me just being like, DM me and I'll get this sorted. And I was like, I don't really know what that means, but okay. And so I DM'd her, and I was like, how do I pay you? And she was like, don't be silly, like, I'm sending this to you as a replacement. And then, like, a few days later or whatever, however long, it came in the post with the nicest card. Like, it was just it. I mean, I cried for like an hour after I had it. I cry a lot, can you tell? But it was just so lovely. Like, not only had she sent me like a replacement wristband for the one that I stupidly lost, she also sent me the nicest card. And I mean, like, who else would do that? Like, what other people, like, are just so kind like Jessica is? Like, I can't. I just This is why she's my fave, okay? This is why. And then this year at Summer in the City as well, I got to say hello again, and I just feel so grateful. Like, I mean, Jess has followed my girlfriend on Twitter and stuff for, like, before I met my girlfriend, so I mean, yeah, it was just really nice to be able to sort of like talk about that and just other stuff. And and just listening to her talk about like disability and things. Like, I'm not disabled, but I just want to do everything that I can to be a better person, and I feel like she really helps people do that, like, by educating people, and it's just so lovely. I just don't even know. I don't have words again. Why am I like this? So yeah, that was it. Summer in the City ended and I went home, and I don't think in a million years I would have predicted what happened. Like, I mean, it was a complete and utter surprise. Like, I mean, so my girlfriend Shona, she was meant to be coming to mine anyway. And I mean, I still don't know how she managed to convince me to come all the way into London when every other time she'd been to my house, she'd just come straight on a train. She somehow managed to convince me to come to London, and was sort of like, I'm taking you somewhere, but not telling you where. Just like, okay, great, can't wait. Like, I mean, anyone who has anxiety can relate to what I was feeling in that moment. I was just like, I mean, I know she's not going to take me anywhere bad, but what is it? So I blindly followed her because she would never take me anywhere that I wouldn't want to be. And it turned out to be just probably one of the best days of my life. Like, it was just, I can't even explain. Like, just with like my granddad and stuff, like, I mean, it was just the saddest time and I was so upset, but she somehow managed to just make me so happy, like, by just being so kind and so genuine. And I mean, I didn't expect it at all, which I guess kind of played a part, but it was just so nice to just sit down, talk to her, have afternoon tea, and just, I don't know, and just the gift basket. And I mean, just speechless again. I can't keep doing this. But Jess, what? I just love you so much. You're just such a genuinely nice person, and I mean, I know this is really cliche, but I just feel like I'm a much better person because of you and because of your videos, and just words. And I just I don't even know. This is such a messy video already. But I just. But yeah, I mean, that's basically like the story. I feel like I still was a bit like, don't know what I'm saying, speechless, lost for words. But like a message just to Jessica now, I guess. I can't thank you enough. Like, I'm so grateful for everything that you do, like every single video and like Instagram post, story, whatever. Like, I mean, I've told you before, I just like the representation that you give, especially for me and Shona. Like, I mean, like as I'm abled and she's disabled, it's so nice to see that kind of like to almost like look at your posts with Claudia and just see us in them. Like, it's so nice, like to have that representation. Like, we don't really have that anywhere, really. Like, not very often, if at all. And it's just so nice to have. And all of your videos, like especially like my favorites being the queer history ones. Like, I love finding out things about people in the past that I just had no idea. Like, I love it. And just everything, all of your vlogs, just I just love them. And I just think you're the nicest person, and you're just so kind and selfless. And I just have no words. I just think you're amazing, and please just keep doing what you're doing. And I just don't know how to repay you. Like, if you ever want anything, please ask. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I think I'm gonna stop rambling now. I mean, thank you to anyone who's made it to the end of this video, I guess. I can't imagine it's many people. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. And I just, if you found this from my Twitter and you don't watch Jessica's videos, then who are you? Like, please DM me. I'll send you all of my favorite videos, and yeah, just watch them, please. Like, you really should just subscribe and watch. Like, Jessica is just the best. Okay, I'm gonna actually genuinely stop talking now. Okay. How do you end videos on YouTube? With bloopers? Okay, bye. That's going in the outtakes.